It's your boy Indian Gooner in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, obviously you guys will be waiting for this kind of video because it is the roast of the week, ladies and gentlemen. You guys had selected two people. Well, Mesut Ozil won it for the first time, but he had to win it along with Gary Neville, and that's the problem because I then tried to make a decision as to who should be selected, either Gary Neville or Mesut Ozil. I selected Gary Neville because he's somebody new on this platform. Because for the first time, we are not roasting an Arsenal player. We are roasting somebody who is criticizing a lot. And the only reason, see, I believe Gary Neville, he has certain flaws. He's been a terrific player for Manchester United and England. I don't doubt that. But there are certain things that he's done that has to be roasted for. So I think, yes, he has been a culprit for certain things. So that is the only thing that I have up my sleeve so that I can, pull off my cards. Well, to that, I'll definitely tell you and remind you of one thing, that please subscribe to the channel and be a part of this community. When you subscribe to the channel, you get all the notifications of all the videos that's coming your way. We post daily Arsenal stuff. Normally, you get all the news about Arsenal, but if it's a game day, definitely you get one day prior to that. We tell you about the preview of the game and definitely try to give you all the views of mine after the game as well. So without any further ado, let's jump into the roast of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Gary Neville. So the first thing that I'd really like to tell you about Gary Neville is that though he has been a fantastic player, he got his license of being a manager. Yes, he has been a coach in Euro 2012 for England. Though it received mixed reactions, it was 2nd December 2015 when he got his biggest break and the only break that he could handle. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen Gary Neville. Well, we know that this guy has really done a lot, as a player, but then he then became a pundit. That is where the problem began. Because these guys, though they have played, see, when you're a player, you have a very different opinion about things because you're not managing yourself. You're not managing you. There's a manager who's managing the shit kind of character that you guys possess. So what do? I think what do you do for a living? Then you get an opportunity from a network that come on to our panel, and what you got to do? We're gonna pay you so that you can criticize certain games, and definitely we are gonna call you, especially for the games of your own club. If your club loses, you gotta lose it on TV, on air. You gotta lose yourself and definitely try to criticize them whatsoever. If you are getting paid for that, obviously Gary Neville, people like Gary Neville, obviously even me, I'll take that money and I'll destroy my own club's reputation. Ladies and gentlemen, I have seen a lot of, especially the Pogba saga and especially the Lukaku saga, I have seen Gary Neville criticize them so much. See, even I criticize my players. Okay, when they don't, even Granit Xhaka did that penalty mishap. I want him to leave the club, sure. But I don't overdo these things. Okay, I say that once, I say that twice. But Gary Neville, until and unless Lukaku left, he was just right behind his tail. He even questioned his professionalism because I think Lukaku gained a lot of pounds. Oh my God. Not only that, he questioned the professionality of Pogba. I mean, there are so many times when Manchester United fans themselves felt that this is over criticism. You are doing too much, and it's just that. See, when your own fans, when your own club fans turn on you, I don't think so. You have anywhere to take your face to. But not only that, let's really talk. These pundits. The biggest problem is that they've either been a manager but not a successful one. Because if they've been a successful manager, they would definitely not go there on the camera every week in, week out and talk shit about their own club and talk shit about some other clubs. See, there are certain, obviously that there are 5 or 6 clubs that can finish in the top 6 positions, and that the other clubs won't make it. But there are certain clubs that are trying, like Wolves, like West Ham, Everton. These people, they get in, they make those investments and they try to win certain games against the top 6. Never is the problem, ladies and gentlemen, for all Manchester United fans. They should definitely try to see this video. On 2nd of December 2015, Valencia had appointed him as the manager. Yeah. The problem is that The first game that he managed was against Lyon in the Champions League. It was a loss. So because of that loss, Lyon actually climbed on top of Valencia. Valencia were third. They finished third in the group stages and they were thrown into the Europa League. In the Europa League, ladies and gentlemen, they ended up losing also in the Europa League also, and they were eliminated from that also. Not only that, successively, I think Valencia lost 7-0 to Barcelona under Gary Neville. And not only that, I think on 30th March 2016, he was sacked. And when he was sacked, Valencia were 14th in the La Liga. That is just 6 points clear of relegation zone. Only 6 points clear of relegation zone. And that means Gary Neville actually had won 3 out of 16 league games that he has managed Valencia in, keeping 0 clean sheets. This guy talks about Liverpool clean sheets. This guy talks about Manchester City keeping a clean sheet. This guy mocks Arsenal not keeping a clean sheet, but as a manager, never kept a clean sheet for Valencia, ladies and gentlemen. Also, he has managed 28 games for Valencia, out of which they could win only 10, drew 7, lost 11. The win percentage is just 35.71 percentages. Goals for was 39 and goals against was 38. The goal difference is only +1. And people like him come out and talk shit about Unai Emery, talk shit about Jose Mourinho. How dare you talk shit about Jose Mourinho? Jose Mourinho, since Sir Alex Ferguson left, is the most successful Manchester United manager with a better win percentage record than even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And that is somewhere around 56 to 57%. Your whole career, you've just managed Valencia for 28 games. That guy is into management since you were a player. Yeah? You go and mock him. You know, when Jose Mourinho came into Sky Sports, everyone stopped seeing you. They got a reason to actually see that show. And the biggest reason was Jose Mourinho. And you weren't. You definitely weren't. You and Jamie Carragher, I don't know, they're like Tom and Jerry. I mean, you guys, even from India, when I watch those videos, I see that the only reason why I see you is because you, with a little bit of harsh voice of yours, will try to criticize Manchester United, and then with a very soft and, kind of, a housewife kind of a voice you can hear from Jamie Carragher, and you guys are bitching. I mean, what is wrong with you guys? See, disagreements happen, but when I see you both, I think obviously we love your partnership also, but I find it really hilarious when you open your mouth. Because when you did last time, before the, I think, starting of the season or something like that, on Sky Sports, you were asked who are your top 4 for this season. You answered this: City, yes; Liverpool, obvious; Tottenham, okay; Manchester United. You believe Manchester United can finish in the top 4 ahead of Chelsea, Arsenal? Ahead of Arsenal? Seriously? Carragher said City, Liverpool, Arsenal and Tottenham. And you said Manchester United. And the reason what you gave is that I think United will get into top 4, not because of what happened last week. I think United have got more options at centre forward. Martial and Rashford. You believe that Martial and Rashford as centre forwards are the biggest reason why they can finish in the top 4? You are Manchester United's biggest criticizer. You moan a lot. You talk shit about your own team a lot. And then you show your loyalty. I mean, what kind of game are you playing? I don't understand. Because obviously you're sticking by your team and you love the team so much that you criticize them in and out every week. And you talk shit about Pogba, you talk shit about Lukaku, he's already left, that doesn't matter now. But you still believe that they can finish in the top 4. Ladies and gentlemen, when he made this comment and when I actually read this on internet, I realized that Gary Neville has lost it. He has literally lost every bit of common sense that he ever had, or even if he had, I had a doubt on that as well. Why do you consider Manchester United in the top 4? I really don't. The biggest reason why Manchester United, you've got Alan Wan-Bissaka, true. You got Dan James. Those two guys are performing. But for top 4, you need consistency, my friend. I know I'm not being an Arsenal fan. I've not got the bragging rights. Yes, but I think we got a winger. We are doing something new. We've got rid of many of the dead wood, and I am really positive going on this season. And you tell me Manchester United are finishing top fourth. Hell, even if you would have said Everton, if you would have said Wolves, I would have believed you once. But Manchester United, there are ways, and I think you got to be realistic sometimes, because you can suck up to your team anytime in your life, but this is too much. I don't think so. Anyone in the world can defend you on the top four shit prediction that you made, and I know that's not going to be true. Probably it may or may not be Arsenal. I don't know, but I definitely know that it's not going to be Manchester United. Well, I don't think so. I have much more to come for Gary Neville, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys select a better one next week. Well, this was the roast of the week. I hope you enjoyed what came your way, and I hope you enjoyed everything about Gary Neville. Well, I know he talks shit about Granit Xhaka too, but I think the whatever he spoke about Granit Xhaka was really good and really right. Everyone has a right when you do a heinous crime, a big mistake, especially in front of Tottenham, and give them a 2-goal lead. You deserve wrath of the Satan as well. But I guess this was all I had to say about Gary Neville. I hope you guys will definitely get the encouragement and get the enjoyment whatever I had on this video. All the information came your way. So I'll see you in my next video. Till then, subscribe to the channel, be a part of the community, and let me know how you felt about this video and any other video that you've seen. Like the video if you do like it, and definitely share the links with your friends as well. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.